My wife and I started Aliya 20 years ago. We were looking to go on shlichus. The year before I was at Kollel, I was in East Menachem, Wilkes-Barre, and my good friend Uri Perlman was saying that these kids need a hub in Crown Heights. Not everyone's going to make it to us. They need something locally based. We realized this is where we're meant to be. And I'm truly humbled to be here 20 years later.
I was 17 years old, a crazy English kid. We're drinking beers on the corner of, I believe it would have been Crown and Kingston Avenue. Police pulled up with the cars, the lights. And then I just see this rabbi running. Now I know it's Moshe Feiglin. He came and said, oh, it's okay, these are my boys, they come to my synagogue. In 18 years of living, I don't think I've ever had a positive interaction with a religious person until that time.
I grew up in Crown Heights, been here all my life. People like me that, maybe not as religious as the next door neighbor. And sometimes that can make you feel like you're not part of society. In the darkest of times, I couldn't find anybody that would even sit with me for 5 seconds to ask me how I'm doing. I went on the streets all day for years pretending like everything's good, that nobody else should know that I'm hurt inside, I'm hurting.
I was just working at a bagel shop. Rabbi Feiglin came in and invited me to come to their Hanukkah party that they were doing that night. I went from being withdrawn to being much more confident, and I think that Aliya gives that potential.
Aliya is there to tell you no. God loves you as much as he loves the person with the hat and jacket.
When we meet a lot of people, for whatever reason, it could be because of school, it could be because of home things, they're just not operating from a place of confidence and belief in themselves. Our goal and our mission is to take them, spend time with them, and help them see within themselves that they're powerful.
Aliya has not a typical shul. The less religious you look on the outside, the more likely you are to get an Aliya. The tighter the hug will be. We have a lounge, a place for guys to hang out. We have a gym. We do Shabbatons. We help them with jobs. We've also helped people with therapy. We have a tefillin booth on Friday. Some guys haven't put on tefillin in a long time. They put on at the booth, and that ignites that spark. When you feel that love in Kingston Avenue, they see how we're there for them no matter what. If there's one thing that I should say that is the fabric behind everything, it's the love, unconditional love that everybody who walks through the doors will feel.
I had a relative of mine, kind of went down the wrong path, ended up in a very bad environment, drugs, addiction. While that was happening, I as well ended up in that kind of environment. It came to a point where that relative of mine had to get help, and had to get help quick, and I didn't know who to turn to. My family didn't know who to turn to, and eventually I just took a leap of faith and I called Rabbi Feiglin. He immediately, without even thinking twice, made some phone calls, got that person the immediate help they needed.
Going back 13 years ago when I joined Aliya, there was an incident with a young man. He was like 17 or maybe 18, and his father threw him out of the house. He came to Aliya that night. He'd never a place to sleep. We were discussing what happened. He was crying. And we kept a very close relationship all the years.
I was walking down Kingston, and I see Moshe, and he has his tefillin by the booth, and he asked me if I'd be willing to put on his tefillin, and I said yes. Next week we'll come by and I would see him again, and he asked me the same thing. I started going to Aliya quite often for Shabbos.
Now we're a year and a half after that, almost even a little more, and I can say I'm clean and that relative of mine are clean. If it weren't for that one person or that one institution that would listen to us when nobody else did, I can't tell you today that we would even have a chance at a normal life.
At a certain point, I wanted to grow spiritually as a person. I would pass by the booth with my tefillin on me, and I would say, oh, going to 770, dog with a minion.
And in the last year or so, he moved away next to a Chabad house where he got to know that rabbi. And then everything started pouring out, all that Yiddishkeit and the love what he had. And now, as if we talk right now, he's keeping Shabbos and eating kosher and putting on tefillin, all from his own will.
One guy told me, you know why we don't reciprocate to the love? You know why you guys show so much love and you don't get it back? We never felt it before. We're still learning. It's a new language. The unconditional love When they see it here, they learn it, they experience it, and then Emir Hashem, they will be able to give it over to people in their own lives.